He might be hearing different things, but I've heard from him that it doesn't bother him.
There is one long-time feud in country music that will shock you. That is, if this rumor is the real truth. Do Garth Brooks and Eric Church secretly hate each other? And why did Garth do what he did back at the CMAs in 2017? Listen closely to this twisted story. It's a rumor that's been going around country music since Garth Brooks won the CMA for Entertainer of the Year in 2017. Eric Church claimed that Garth lip-synced his performance at the awards show that night. And shockingly, Garth didn't deny it. It might have been easy to throw shade at Eric, since Eric was also up for the Entertainer of the Year award at the 2017 CMAs. That's why a rumor started that Eric is jealous of Garth. But there's more to the alleged Garth and Eric feud than just jealousy. Nashville insiders threw shade at Garth for not only lip-syncing, they also alleged that Garth didn't seem to care if he was caught lip-syncing that night. Even Garth's fans were supposedly outraged. An Audacity report showed a screenshot of a tweet from one Garth fan. This fan said, 280 characters still aren't enough for me to accurately describe how upset I am that Garth Brooks is lip-syncing at the CMAs. Garth appeared to try and explain his blatant lip-syncing away. In the press room with his CMA statue in his hand, Garth told the media why he decided to lip-sync. While Garth may have sounded hoarse that night, he claimed that the voice wasn't there, and he wanted to represent country music as best as he could. Fans were still upset, and Eric said that Garth should have canceled the performance if he thought he wasn't up to it. If it sounds like everyone was being too harsh on Garth, let's set the record straight on why everyone demands so much of him. Garth holds the record for the most CMA Entertainer of the Year awards. He won that statue an incredible 7 times, and shockingly, Garth won CMA Entertainer of the Year back-to-back on 3 different occasions. He won back-to-back in 1991 and 92, then again in 97 and 98, then again in 2016 and 2017. By the time Garth won his final CMA Entertainer of the Year award in 2019, there was a whole lot of industry backlash. Garth has been a huge moneymaker in country music for decades. His 2019 win for Entertainer of the Year followed a sold-out stadium tour, as well as the release of Garth's triple live album. So yes, Garth is a major player in country music, but insiders wanted to set the record straight. They felt it was high time Garth bowed out of future consideration for an Entertainer of the Year award. And eventually, that's what Garth finally chose to do. In 2020, Garth spoke with Kevin Frazier on Entertainment Tonight.
I spoke with Garth today, who announced he's pulling himself out of the running for CMA's Entertainer of the Year award.
For some of Garth's critics, the news came way too late. And for other nominees like Eric, Garth's record-setting 7th win was a genuine letdown.
Always been a fighter.
Eric's tour in 2019 was called the Double Down Tour. He played shows across North America. And for many tour stops, Eric played a Friday night and a Saturday night show in the same arenas. Many of Eric's fans love him so much they bought tickets for both nights at a concert stop. Eric admitted that those fans were the lucky ones because he had a Friday night set and a Saturday night set. It was a challenging tour for Eric, and after it was over, Eric released a shocking public statement. He said it felt like he might have disappointed some of his biggest fans. Eric explained what he meant in this statement. I feel like from now on, I hope that we can focus on those people that come one night of the year. They've traveled however many miles, they want to hear Round Here Buzz, they get to hear Round Here Buzz. And I still want it to be unique. I want it to be different. Eric was definitely showing a more vulnerable side to a male country star. That's not something that people often associate with Garth. While Garth is an outstanding live performer, insiders claim that Garth is no longer at the point of being thrilled to receive an award. Shockingly, he even claimed in his acceptance speech at the 2019 CMAs that he was dedicating his award to Reba McEntire's performance that night. That might sound chivalrous of Garth, but for the other nominees, it was also disheartening. Eric spoke to Rolling Stones in 2019 when he got nominated for CMA Entertainer of the Year. This was after Garth's 5th and 6th wins back-to-back in 2016 and 2017. Eric told Rolling Stones, "I thought if we ever had a chance, that was it." And when Eric said we ever had a chance, he was referring to his whole team, because Eric considers his band, crew, and managers a huge part of his success. Eric wasn't ashamed to let Rolling Stones know he felt let down when he lost the award to Garth. While Garth would have to admit he'd won many awards, Eric said, "It's fine. I've lost a lot of awards." But Eric couldn't let Garth off the hook for lip-syncing his CMA performance. Eric felt that Garth's performance was inauthentic. He said, in part, "To me, lip-syncing is and always will be a red line. It's fabricated." Eric also said he didn't want younger artists to think lip-syncing is okay, because for him, it's not. While Garth might have thought he was speaking the real truth in the press room after his lip-syncing performance, giving the excuse that his voice wasn't right, Eric had a different side of the story. He said, "If I can't sing, I won't sing. Or I'll sing badly. but at least you'll get what you get. Eric took the lip-syncing controversy even further when he performed at the Anthem in Washington, D.C. after the 2019 CMAs. He noticed that some people in the audience had brought signs out, and let's just say those signs were not Garth friendly. Eric didn't come right out and throw shade at Garth for lip-syncing, but he did poke fun at Garth. Just a bit. At his Saturday night show at the Anthem, Eric performed a classic tune by Waylon Jennings, and he changed the song lyric to, "I know Garth didn't do it this way." Eric smiled, since it was just a joke, and he took a playful victory lap on stage while his fans applauded. After that, the media wanted Garth to set the record straight. Garth finally responded when he spoke to DJ Broadway of Nash FM 93.1. Shockingly, Garth called Eric by the initial E during his conversation with DJ Broadway. And whether Garth was truly giving his side of the story or just being patronizing to Eric, Garth said, "The crazy thing was that we hugged each other right before." Garth also claimed that losing brings an artist closer to their team. He said that guys will keep on going, and the year that he wins it, it will be the sweetest year for him. When Garth said E and he, was that supposed to be Eric? Garth said to DJ Broadway that he guessed he didn't see what everyone else was seeing, which really isn't the point, since the issue was Garth was overdoing the lip syncing and everybody could see it and hear it. Shockingly, Eric had a lot of country music muscle backing him up after Garth did what he did. Miranda Lambert said, "If you can't sing, then don't." And Anderson East, who once dated Miranda, was said to be truly offended by Garth's CMA performance. But what do you guys think? What do you think about Garth lip-syncing at the CMAs? Do you think Garth didn't care because he had already won Entertainer of the Year so many times before? Was Eric just being bitter? Or does he have a point? Let me know in the comments below.